what's going on? What's the current status of the Bitcoin miners stuff? Like the new update, it was being fought between, hey, should we be upgrading the cash on the what is it, on the back end of the blocks?
Are you talking about like blockchain stuff with Bitcoin and
Yeah.
like the actual like? Oh, see, I don't know nothing about that. I haven't seen anything about that. I've been paying attention to midnight and trading it on the 3 minute chart, man.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, we can get started with that
But
then.
midnight has so much volume, bro. It's almost more volume than Solana. If it isn't more volume than Solana. So it has very good price action, choppy up and down, good 2, 3, 4% moves at a time kind of deal. Very great for even trading on the 15-minute chart. And I noticed last night that the yellow dot on the Oscillator Pro is money flow divergence, and I was starting to try to see if I could confluence the money flow divergence with like the next candle on even on night, but that's what I was looking at. And it was more than like a 50% hit rate on the very next candle from a money flow divergence was either bullish or bearish, depending on which money flow divergence it was telling you. It was actually pretty interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice. All right. Oh, by the way, I want to retake the what is it, cornucopias gameplay. So whenever you're ready, let me know. I'll be also right after Christmas. I think we can start doing some gaming if you wish. I think that game looks fantastic.
Bro, did you check out my last two that I did? I did a live for like 45 minutes, and then I did a static video of like this is what it actually feels like to play the game, and everything. And it's Infinity Rising now. It's been that way for about a month and a half. But yeah, man, I've pinged you a couple of different times in Piper's
Really?
Discord, trying to get you to at least come watch me because I'm playing in voice chat. I played in voice chat for like an hour,
Oh,
and
really?
nobody even came by.
No, sorry, bro. I mean, this last
No, you're
week's
good.
it's been like crazy because of the
Very much so.
yeah, because of the Black Friday event. But absolutely, right after Christmas, I'll have a little bit more time to go.
It's
And
weird
come with me,
having
man.
people watch you anyways.
Yeah, see, and Alex O can teach you how to trade and be able to get thousands of dollars in his trades every day, like he does so well. Congratulations on your Solana long today, this morning, and everything.
The
Um,
long was pretty sweet, but the short was even better.
well, when you were prepared for the short, though. But, all right, I'll let y'all
The,
go.
sh- the short was good.
All right. So what's up, Alex? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday. So we are in the hump of the week, right? Is that how it's called? The wrinkle of the week?
Hump day.
Hump day. Let's get it. All right. And well, my wife is coming back home from Spain. She already have a wedding dress. We already have wedding rings. So almost wedding date. So and I've been saying that for a long time. But other than
And
that,
it's over.
and it's over. We'll see. We'll see. I want to paint at the bottom of my soles, right? It helped me at the bottom of my shoes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go fund me and put an RQ point or RQ code right there. All right. So Alex, I heard I wasn't able to see your live today, but I just heard that you have a fantastic long and a fantastic short. Would you mind to go over it today?
Yeah, of course, no problem. I mean, so with the long was a little bit, it was sketchy, let's just say that. Uh on Solana, we can go over here 1 second here. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so it was a VWAP reclaim continuation trade on the Solana long. Um, so if we look here, we have a big nasty sweep down in here, right? Nasty, 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 right? Sweeping down. and it grabs liquidity, right? So for me, I love a good old liquidity hunt. You know, that's kind of me in a nutshell. You take the liquidity, you go the opposite direction kind of deal. So if you can identify that, you know, we have imbalance, which I always talk about, imbalance in the chart, that we can look for this to be swept, and then we can look to take advantage of it once it kind of does its thing, right? That being said, aggressive entry, right? So if we're looking here, leaves on the 3 minute, so I always look at the 3 minute time frame. Candle close above VWAP. Aggressive candle close above VWAP is typically bullish. So I bought this candle right here. So liquidity swept. That's what kind of gives you the tell, I guess you would say, right? Because everybody this morning bullish, right? Everybody's bullish this morning. I took 2 little scalps this morning. I took one on Bitcoin over here. I took Bitcoin long here this morning, which was good. I made $500 here. Boop. I should have made like $1,600, but I was bitching about pineapple on pizza. Okay.
What?
Dude, I had
It always
okay,
should
so
be
like
there, right?
I like pineapple on pizza, man. But last night I ordered this it said kamikaze. That's what it was called. But it was chicken, pineapple, and bro, it was disgusting. It was so
Really?
gross. And like, and believe me, my wife's super healthy, OC. So like for me, I don't get to eat pizza a lot, you know? So I was gonna get meat lovers, or I was gonna get this fucking piece of shit pizza. Okay? And sorry for my language, but honestly, it ruined my night. So I was bitching about the pizza. Because I like a pineapple on pizza if it's right, but it wasn't right. It was wrong. It was very wrong. So I'm bitching about it. I'm long from here, up $400, stop loss to entry, and it comes back and stops me. I was up 1,500 up here, but I was too busy talking about pineapple on pizza. And then I gave everybody a gift wrap present again, and I told everybody to get long on Solana here. I mean, I just keep handing out the presents for Christmas, bro. I might as well wear a Santa Claus hat. So Bitcoin long here, Solana long right here. I took profits at this high here, so I took profits here. Everybody was rich here. And then you go into market open. So what do you expect, right? You build liquidity all evening long into market open. What is going to happen, OC? They're going to take their money back.
Yes.
So they take their money back. They say, hey, buddy, nice try. All right. Then they send it to Valhalla. Now, a very aggressive entry, marketed in, stop loss below my critical support level here. And off we went. I think I made 10K on this trade. And then, my friends, everybody's euphoric, right? Everybody's so bullish this morning. And it's like, well, we're in a range, and we've been doing the Bart Simpson over and over and over again, right? So we come up to my key level of resistance on Bitcoin. And I did have a big red box here. Okay, key level. This is our barrier to entry. So this is why top down, like you can see I'm very zoomed in here. But you can see I'm prepared all the way down, man. And this isn't even my horizontals, guys. You want to get blind, I can give you the blindness, okay? If you want to get blind. But I'm always prepared, right? So what does that mean? We have to understand where is resistance. What do we have to do here, right? Why are we range bound? How are we looking to take advantage of price action? What are we in right now? Well, we're in a very, very awesome downtrend. If you're on a higher term time frame, what is this, OC? Is this a breakdown retest continuation short? I would say
What?
yes.
Sorry. What? It looks like it. Yes.
Right? Are we in a downtrend? Yes. Where's our resistance? Let's look at the volume.
At the bottom.
Do I have to be
supply
an
the bottom, sorry.
architect? Do I have to be an architect to understand that this is going to be resistance, bro? Or is it okay if I'm a carpenter? You know?
Oh,
He
man,
wants
sorry.
he wants the cabinets on a curved wall. He wants me to scribe every single cabinet door, okay?
Every.
Every single cabinet door. He wants a 2 mil tolerance reveal, okay?
Oh shit.
And he can shove it. Right?
Oh.
So we know we have to reclaim this, right? Like that's the basis, right? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that this is resistance, right? So coming into here, you know, can we push it? Maybe. But it's if this then that kind of deal. Now we are holding this bottom here, and this is pretty. You know, this has just wrecked everybody who's short from up here. That's what it's done. It's grabbed all this liquidity here. Does that mean, you know, we're going to zero? I don't know. Like we said, we want to see a spring. We want to see pain and go. So this could be the start of pain, right? Which is fine. Rip it off, man. Get it done with, and let's go ho 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 all the way home in January or Christmas time. Okay. But yeah, this has been painful. And then the key to the short, guys. Okay, I closed the long here. Okay, because I could see we're rolling over off of resistance. Okay, but the key to the short, guys, was the Nasdaq, man. If you look at the Nasdaq told the whole story, man. Like I always tell you guys, check the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's dead today, guys. Down over 1%. That is a massive dump for the Nasdaq, guys. Right? And you dump here at 1033, and you dump here at 933. So what do we look at? 933, right? So you're dumping before you're even going up here. You're dumping this morning. There's your dump this morning and 1033, right? There's your 1033 dump on Nasdaq. Nice short, right? Very nice. And down we go. Okay. So you flip short here, you take it. I added to the trade a couple times. That's why my entry is like all botched in that trade I took, because I short and then I add to the short on pullbacks. Right. When it's rolling over, okay, I always ladder in. Okay, I'll go quarter position size and then I'll start to add. Like if it breaks and then it goes, I'll get in here. And if it pushes a little bit more, I'll add a little bit more. It pushes a little bit more, but I'm just going for the trend, right? And I've shorted this like 5 times on the way down, right? That's it. Easy peasy. It's just take the trend and run with it, right? Coming into some buy levels here, we'll see. But you're looking for this, right? This is what you're looking for. This guy here, you're looking for this guy here. I shorted here too. I shorted here. We lost this momentum. I shorted here, right? Yeah, and continuation, right? Continuation down until proven otherwise, which means we need reversal structure, which we do not have yet. So that's the trades today, OC. Hopefully we come lower.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I actually am expecting since the last week a big dump on Solana. Let me bring it up. Actually, you did mention something like that last week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I posted on my Twitter. I can show you the post, bro. It's the most bearish looking. If it loses the level here, copy image. I'll share it here. It's just rolling over, man. Like if you go macro, it's nasty, man. Head and shoulders, rotation down. The measured move is to $80 minimum.
Mm-hmm. Holy
Minimum.
shit.
What do you think about the
$80, but
lawsuit that's been filed against them?
I would think
do you think that's like the news thing that causes that, or if that's just a whatever? There's people just trying to talk about it.
I'm very bullish on Solana long term, but right now I think there's a lot of humble pie that needs to come into this asset, right? Because it's just It went up way too fast and stayed up there, right? So whenever I see something like that, it typically has to come back to at least. So that's a 2-week chart, right? So you got a nice order block at 60, and then a major retest at $40. So Bitcoin wants to go. We know Solana gonna go, right?
Oh,
So-
absolutely. So this is what I'm looking since last year. I'm last year, sorry, last week. Maybe I was not that bearish as a prediction as yours, but now that I'm looking at that, it actually looks pretty bad. But this is it, right? Looking at the previous lows in here to my left, and let me just shut down almost everything. There you go, so we can see through. And why is this 43? All right, perfect, I guess. So let's leave it as is. There we go. So right here, looking at these lows, and if we start throwing in here my order blocks and my support and resistance, we'll see that we have a liquidity zone all the way down here, right? And I know this is a little bit obnoxious. This is throwing everything at it. Just did it for it to load. All right, perfect. So I can turn it on quicker. And not only that, we have a predictive range just slightly bit below, right? Based on what I have in here for trend lines, and let's throw in here a couple of predictive ranges, closer predictive ranges, right? Based on what I have, my predictive ranges on this previous low, and based on this trend line right here that goes through this price action, well, then let's also hide everything. We can see that we could have a breakout retest, right? And in this case, let's bring this up. When we have the retest out of the breakout of this trend line right here, I think this is getting in the way for now. Let me just do that. There we go. So we have a breakout, and then the retest would be back on the on the trend line, which tends to be very, very close to where we have, there we go, predicted lower, higher predictive ranges, somewhere either here or even a little bit lower, right? That leads me to believe that, and let's just Control C this really quickly so we can set this on position, that we are going to be seeing this little range, and we already have seen this range from here to there, and it's time for it to go down, hit some lows. Not only that, we're consistently below our zero line, and then after hitting those lows, maybe looking for this itty bitty trend line in here to put on a higher high, and maybe going towards the end of December, having this one in here, right? This will still need to see, but I believe that this one is very possible as long as we have this V-shaped recovery at the end. And I think that we are on that way. Other than that, I mean, if we take a look at the chart that you mentioned, that was a 2-week chart, right? By weekly?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that same. Oh, here it is. All right, yeah. So it actually not looking that great as you mentioned. I mean, yes, we have the support. The support is running also at the same areas that I am pointing at on my prediction, but we'll see how that goes. I would say that for the best case scenario, if we're gonna have an extended cycle, we might still have some way to go if we break above that dynamic reactor somewhere around this area. Let's see if we can bring it up. Oh, that needs to be on the daily. There it is. So break to that dynamic reactor, support, and off we go. For now, and I'm just realizing this because I did not look at it 2 weeks before. Alex just brought it up. So we are right here, or we are looking at a dynamic reactor bounce. That's why I believe that we are going to be seeing that bounce out of this area, right? Not because of the dynamic reactor in 2 weeks, because I'm just seeing at this, right? But because of the previous support resistances. And then maybe creating this lower high, the same way that maybe Bitcoin could be doing that dead cat bounce and finally creating, you know, like a next lower high here, while we have maybe equal or even a lower low coming in here. So I would say this week, the rest of this week would be bearish, and by the next week we might have some bullish momentum pushing towards the rest or the end of December. But that's what I'm looking at Solana. right now, and pretty much the same as Bitcoin. Let me bring up a couple of things that I have in here. Let's just get rid of this and let me refresh this. All right, perfect. Something important while looking at this, I just look at this for almost immediate trading. Look at that. We went to clear some liquidity. I was expecting to go even just a little bit higher. Look at that. We were just about to hit those other guys at 9,600K, right? But then went all the way down. I was expecting this push and pull, but slightly bit higher. And then right here, I believe that we're going to be going somewhere around the 84,400K just to clear this area of liquidity. Another thing that I want to go over, it is how the longs and shorts are getting, right? Today in the morning, we have the same cluster, but higher, right? Remember, short closings because it was pumping, long entries because people were long in the tops. That's exactly what I mentioned in the morning market report, right? And now that it's going down, well, we see longs closing because they're getting wrecked in short entries because they're shorting the bottom. Although the shorts, I think they have a little bit more to go because of what we just see. And let me just bring up also Bitcoin in here. And another important thing that I mentioned today, it is that I use that chart or this one, where is it? This one right here as a counter indicator. So I see where most of people is allocating. And then I'm thinking, hey, you know what? What would I do if I was a market maker? Right? So short entries, like look at how many short entries. There's a lot of short entries. All right, so maybe I could push just a little bit the price to the upside, collect some stop losses, right, and then keep pushing it downwards. So that's what I think is going to happen at this point. Let me go over here. All right, and I think that we're going to have. Let me zoom in. From where we are, I believe that we're going to be a little bit lower, then push up, and then a continuation downwards. You also can see that I have just a little bit of a different movement here, and that has to do with my beloved linear regression oscillator. Let me show it to you right here. So, and it's also in line with what I'm thinking. The only difference is exact points where it's going to happen, right? We need to go over that. But so far, let me just clean this up for now so we can repaint it together. Okay, but so far, I see the bearishness trying to flip into some bullish territory, right? Just right now, and this is important, just right now, we start seeing some flattening here. But still, I believe that we have the momentum to go high. Not only that, we're also losing strength on the bearishness. Seeing that same pattern, it creates a high like this, right? So not such a great high or a big high. And you can see that I copy, for example, these candles right here. And that is what I migrated to this other area here. So let's just so you can compare, right? This kind of growth. So for the best case scenario, I believe that's what we're seeing here. Let me see if I can actually place it back together. All right, so it is the way it is. Okay, so I believe that if we can see this one crossing over that zero line, we might be seeing some targets at 93. I mean, at the top of the range, and then a possible right to the downside. Although seeing this huge wick that happened just now, well, that changes just a little bit of that story. Look at our prime score. It's very, very bearish, right? And our consolidation score tells us that we are in the middle of the consolidation. So I could be counting still with at least not losing the 81 zone. We are still within this ranging here. And this is also part of what Alex has been mentioning, right? Despite this looked like a bearish flag, which it also could be with a breakout retest and maybe off we go continuation downwards. All right. It's also true that we could be looking at a Wyckoff scenario. Let me bring this up, right? This is something from, let me just zoom out and give the proper credits here to Titan of Crypto. All right. And from Titan of Crypto, he is saying that we are on this segment, right? Although I do agree with Alex that if we zoom into this segment here, we are going to be finding this thing in here, a flat pause. This flat pause, we still don't have enough information to call if it's a flat pause of bearish continuation or is it a flat reversal or accumulation zone. If this is accumulation zone, we could absolutely be looking for that spring. And once we get the spring, that's where we're going to know exactly the direction, right? So let's just go, for example, for the two cases scenario. Let me go to a cleaner chart like this. And basically, I already have them both in here with a lot of lines, so with a lot of spaghetti, all right? Scenario number one, we are in a Wyckoff flat pause, all right? If we're in a Wyckoff flat pause, we need to see a bounce out of here to the upside, right? And then on the way down, we need to look for support. If we see the support, the next thing we could be looking for is going to be a breakout retest continuation and perfect. Maybe new all-time highs. But if we start breaking through like in here, our next confirmation will come from this resistance. In fact, you can see that I already have an alert, right? Right here coming down, coming back up for the spring, and then the spring needs to close back inside. So let me bring up another piece of information so we know exactly where it could be bouncing, because we could take advantage of the spring in here. So let's let it load. All right, and here it is. We have our predictive range right down here, somewhere around 80K. So as you see, if you can see, I already have my alert. Let me just show you right here at 81,300. And I'm thinking that the spring, if it happens, would be not that much lower than our previous low. It could be here. So I'm going to be longing here and then entering a hedge right here. Why? Because if we follow Wyckoff, then re-entering inside the range will give us either a full rejection or a support. So this is the decision part. This is where I'm going to be hedging it and looking for either a continuation or a rejection. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin right now in a transition zone. I stand behind what I keep saying. Bitcoin in a transition zone right now, and we need to wait, I would say, this week, maybe not even the full week, but at least till Friday to see a dump or a pump. In the meantime, I'm not telling you to stay to just do nothing and watch. Well, it depends on the time frame that you are in,
because we got inflation tomorrow, and then the Japan carry trade Friday. So
yeah, so that will define a big portion of the money flow. So I'm not saying to stay cross of arms, right? What I'm saying is that act accordingly to your time frame. If you're in the 4 hours, well, if you need to wait, you need to wait. I'm in the 4 hours, I'm waiting. All right. But I'm also true that I traded 30 minutes and the 15 minutes. In the 30 minutes and 15 minutes, I'm not waiting. I'm trading as we go. All right. So what is my next step in here? I'm going to be looking for a long. Where am I going to be looking for a long? As I see something like this, all right? As I see something like that, or even better, if you have the Pro Plus, look at your power bar. Once we have a bright spot, I'm going to be looking for that bright spot. I'm going to be looking for the flip of the ribbon, and that's what I'm going to be longing Bitcoin. Not longing to 200K, not longing to 500K, all right? I'm just longing as much as I can. Very first area of resistance, taking some profits. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now in the charts. And Bitcoin is going to zero. Absolutely, Bitcoin is going to zero. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we still have 4 more minutes. Any requests that you guys are looking into or something that you want me to or want us to chart for you guys, let us know. Night. All right. Yeah. You did say it.
That's all you, bro.
Yeah, I'm on both. I got both phones running right now, so I'm watching the CTO for Fluid Token show the atomic swaps for Bitcoin to ADA and how it works, and then I'm in here.
We're snowing so heavy right now. We're getting like 5 feet of snow. You want to
Really?
see OC?
Let's see
I
it.
can show you
Absolutely.
guys.
I love snow.
You
brother.
can do night. I'll show. I got to turn my camera around.
That's it. In the meantime, he turns it around. Let me share my screen. This is the one, right? It is.
You guys never seen snow like this, man.
Let's
Not in
see it.
Mexico, man.
Absolutely not. The most that I've seen snow is like to my knees, like the very most. Okay, I'm bluffing. Let's take a look at night at bluffing then. Holy
It's like one of those
shit.
backgrounds.
Absolutely. Look at that, man. The accumulation on the rail. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. I'm so jealous. Oh, look at that.
There's a mountain back there somewhere.
Somewhere behind the fog. Oh, dude, that actually looks like like one of those backgrounds from the internet.
Yeah, man. Where's the tortilla?
The tortillas, right? By the way, right now I'm running out of tortillas. Now that you mentioned, I need to go to the supermarket and get some. Oh man, I'm so jealous. To be honest, the good way, of course. Let's do night really quickly because we're at the end of the show. Let's go to, I don't know, 30 minutes. And right here, I think what we need to see is that we have a pretty nice trend line in here, and we have a secondary trend line right there. So far, we are above the zero line. We are bullish on money flow. We're pretty bullish on our consolidation score, and it says that we are trending, which means I would count for some more range to the upside. This is dangerous though, because other zones look at that when we do the range up, we end up breaking downwards, right, to the support. So I would say expect the same thing. I would actually, this could be a very nice area for a long as we can have that flip of the ribbon. So yeah, I mean, I think it's looking good. Again, on night it seems that it's a pretty new coin, so I wouldn't get too excited. I would be actually looking at 0.070 for my next exit if I long it right now. And why not? I mean, I can even go for a lottery ticket entry right there. Lost me, so I can't talk right now. All right, absolutely. All right, guys. So this is the end of the show. Just so you know, the plus class, it will have to be suspended. Piper is not in the town right now. I'm gonna be doing, if you guys want to jump in, just a quick top-down analysis on the macro setup, what's going on out there, right? Do some Q&As. It's gonna be like a 20-minute session. If you want to jump in, be my guest. I'll be waiting for you guys. Alex, thank you so much for your time. Always great to have you. And guys,
Yeah, man. Have a great day.
have a great day. And guys, if you are from Hackers, see you guys back at Hackers. If not, see you guys tomorrow.